Hello, Dennis.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Not bad. Did you want to get Stan Kinski involved tonight?
Why?
Because his mother is yard site this week. Did you want him to do Kiddush instead?
No, 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 no. I didn't. I didn't look that far ahead. So I'll get him to do it next week then. Because
Okay,
I
that's
only
fine.
I looked at those who have yard site today and
Oh,
tomorrow and Sunday,
oh, okay.
and
Yeah,
I didn't
the
really see anybody. So that's why I just
okay.
picked randomly. So okay, so his
Yeah, I
mother.
didn't know when Lillian was,
Yeah, so it is
what
next
date it was. It was just in the shofar.
right. So it's this coming week, and I think she's the 7th of Adar, something like that. And tonight's the 4th. So maybe it's Monday or Tuesday. So
If yeah, if you want to take it away from me and give
no,
it to him.
there's no reason to. No reason
Okay.
to. No,
All right.
he's done it. They did it 2 weeks ago. It's okay.
All right. No worries.
Yeah. Hmm. Oh.
Long day at the office today, Garrett?
It's just I wake up early
Okay.
and
It's that going on 60 disease that
that's
you have to
that's right. That's right. I'll be 60 in a couple of weeks.
yeah.
Where's the time gone?
Yeah, you gotta figure out when you're gonna notify everybody that you're gonna take off for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long did your father do it?
Oh, my father worked until he was 70, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope not to have to do that.
Yeah. Well, you only have one more kid in college, right?
It's just a few more months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's on track to graduate in May.
All right.
So that'll be good.
What's his field of study?
Oh, very practical. English.
Oh, what's he gonna do with that? Teaching?
Well, he's thinking about teaching, but he actually is going to go to Israel next year to either be on a program. There's a program for for just graduating college called Masa, where they do different volunteer things, and one of the volunteer things is to teach. He might do that, or he's applied to work on Nativ or Young Judea. So he has an interview this coming week with Young Judea, and I think he has something lined up for Nativ. So,
do you know anything about Aardvark? Aardvark.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Right.
That's what my nephew's on.
Oh yeah.
It's a competitive thing from the Nativ.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Right, I just was curious
don't know.
what your thoughts was between Nativ and Aardvark.
I don't know.
I'm not impressed with Aardvark.
I've heard of it, but I don't know the details.
Okay.
Is it based in Jerusalem?
He started the first 6 months based in Tel Aviv, and then he's doing a whole 6 or 8 week course with the army.
Oh,
And then he'll be in Jerusalem at the end.
I
But
see.
they haven't really lined up what he'll, like they said, volunteer work.
Right.
And my sister said it's career exploration, but they haven't lined anything up.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So it sounds kind of like they're
Uh-huh.
blowing bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, because of COVID, maybe that has affected what they've been able to do or to get hooked up with, maybe.
I just think it sounds very similar to the other programs. They're all a gap year to grow up.
Right.
They're not going to help you pick your career.
Right. Right.
They're going to help you tour Israel,
Right.
maybe like it, and probably do a lot of hiking and drinking.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So I just think they sold her a bill of goods about all this career stuff, but
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
he's having a good year.
Okay. Which sister's kid is this?
Robin's.
Oh, okay.
We used to call them thing one and thing two because her kids were a year apart
Oh,
in
okay.
age, and they were like two terrors.
Uh,
So
what's the other one doing then? If this one's
he's at
in,
Maryland I don't remember the name of whatever the program is, but he's doing
He's the smart one.
yeah, he got accepted to Maryland his freshman year right off the bat in the dorm and everything, and engineering. That's what
oh, okay.
computer maybe, or a computer.
Computer science or something.
It was going to be engineering, and I'm thinking now it's computer sciences and
Okay,
stuff. I'm not
that's
sure.
good. Almost guaranteed a job with that major.
It sounds like he's a smart kid and doing well.
Okay, good. That's good.
Who's iPad?
I think that's Sylvia Podash. Usually she's on video and she knows how to do that, but I don't know. How are your boys doing?
One's coming for dinner tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Brian is all alone, so we invited out.
Oh, okay.
Jen's up in New York doing her passport party thing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So,
That's nice.
Yeah.
They're all excited about the wedding coming up.
I think so.
we still haven't gotten an invite, so I don't know if we're coming or not. We're going.
That's funny.
So they wait until the last minute. They have a wedding planner and said that 6 weeks, they're counting 6 weeks and they're going to put it in 6 weeks. So
Okay.
I said, okay.
Hello, Fran.
Hello, Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Are services in person tomorrow?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Okay.
Hey, Audrey.
Hi.
Yeah, are you coming tomorrow, Fran?
Are you?
I don't know yet. It all depends on her.
Depends on the weather.
She's in school. She hasn't told me the latest numbers yet. So we're kind of sticking to ourselves until the numbers come down.
So every day for the past 2 weeks, there's been like they give us letters saying how many that, today's was 3, yesterday's was 4. Every single day I've had a letter saying more kids. I don't know if it's kids or adults, I shouldn't say. More people at school have come down with COVID. And it's been not 1 or 2, but 3 or 4 every day.
Wow.
So the numbers aren't coming down for my kids.
Right. Huh. Jules and Judy, Barbara, Stacy and Gary, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
How was your trip?
It was fortunately it was uneventful, even though there was 1.5 feet of snow on the ground up in Rhode Island on Shabbat day, but Saturday night all the roads were clear. Even in their neighborhood, the plow had come through a couple of times. And Sunday, the airport was fine, no cancellations. So,
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, so
Good.
worked out fine.
Good.
Rabbi,
Yes, Jules.
the Torah class this morning was very provocative.
Good.
Not only wasn't it provocative, but provoked me.
Good.
It wasn't provocative. Sometime we have to finish that conversation because
Yeah.
I felt left in a limbo about the Holocaust and that discussion.
Mhm.
We didn't get a chance to get it far enough.
I'm sure it'll come up again.
But I wanted to thank you because I
I
was
appreciate
provoked.
that, Jules. Thank you. Thank you. Al Kleiman, you made it.
I made it after all.
You did. Francis.
Rabbi, what's your take on Whoopi Goldberg?
Oh, come to shul tomorrow.
Well, you got it.
Oh,
Up there.
No, it's interesting. Several people were saying, actually Charles Arian, Rabbi Charles Arian at Kilat Shalom had something on Facebook on, how do you expect entertainers who are talking about current events to say the right thing 100% of the time? They're not trained to do it. So, and she did apologize, and it's nuanced. Are Jews a race or not? So
I was wondering
yeah,
that too.
it depends on the definition and how broadly you want to define race. I mean, we're all part of the human race, right? Doesn't matter the color of our skin or religion, but if you narrow it down more deeply, Judaism, Jews are definitely a race. But are Christians a race?
What constitutes a race?
A group that self-defines, that has particular characteristics, perhaps genetic characteristics, and Jews do, no matter whether they're from Ethiopia or from Arab countries or from Europe. There is a particular genetic marker that's unique to Jews.
I mean, I could see what she was saying, that to her, race is something you can see.
Yeah, but it's not only, but race isn't only that.
Right.
So,
Well, they took her off the show for 2 weeks.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not sure that was necessary.
And now you can turn on.
Did they dock her salary?
Did they dock her salary? Yeah, I think she has enough in the bank, though, that we don't have to worry about her.
I wasn't worried, but I just wanted to know if they really went through it.
Right. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Nora, Bill, Charlotte, Julian.
Dennis,
That's Julian talking to you.
so how is the substituting coming? You stopped?
I've stopped until the numbers come down. Yeah, I'm not going in.
Wow, I figured you'd be in big demand, Dennis.
Well, they got to deal without me.
All right.
Are your dogs fighting?
Oh, boy.
We got a couple minutes still. You
How are you?
talking to me, Julian?
Deborah?
Oh, Deborah.
Oh, I'm doing good.
Good.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you, exactly.
Nice to see you all. Yeah, we had a couple of cold days last week, but it's warmed up again.
What do you consider cold?
You want to know what cold is, huh?
Greg, what do you consider
It's
cold?
44, I mean, it got down a couple of nights to 44 degrees.
Whoa.
And it was above 60.
That's jacket weather up here.
Yeah, I know. It's jacket weather down here too.
Hi, Mara.
Shabbat shalom.
Bye,
Shabbat
Shalom.
shalom. It's good to see
Bye,
you.
shalom.
How's the weather down in Florida, Deborah?
Good, good. I actually saw the tellers today. They're
Oh.
down seeing their daughter. So we got together. It was great to see them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Let me mute all. And we'll get started with the service. Glad everybody's holding up with the weather. We're on page 13 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom. We're on page 10 in the Leiv Shalem. Yedi nefesh avarachaman meshoch avdach el retzonach yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh mul hadarach Ki yerav lo yedidutach minofet tzuf vechol tam hadur na'eh ziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavatach Ana el narifana la beharot la noam zivach az titchazek vetitrape vehayetalach shivchat olam Vatikemu Rachamecha Vechusna Al Beino Havach Ki ze kama Nichsof Lira Betiferet Uzach Ana Eli Mahmad Libi Chushana Ve'al Titalam Higalena Ufros Chaviv Alai Et Sukat Shelomach Ta'ir eretz mikvodach Nagila v'nismecha bach Maher ahuv kiva moed V'choneni ki me'olam La 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 la. Once we're on 15 in the Sim Shalom, or 11 in the Lev Shalem. Just 1 second. Let me say that again, because one just came on. 15 in the Sim Shalom, 11 in the Lev Shalem. Lechu neranen al Adonai, nari aletzur yishenu, nekadma fanav betodah, bizmirot nari alo, nekadma fanav betodah, bizmirot nari alo. Ki el gadol Adonai machadol kol Elohim asher b'yado mechterei haaretz. Yehu Eloheinu v'nachtam ha'artzot tzanatot v'chol Arba'im shana kud bedor va'omar am toei levavhem vehem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api Imevon el menuchati Shiru ladonai shir chadash Shiru ladonai kol haaretz Shiru ladonai baruch shemo basru miyom leyom yeshuato sapru vagoyim kevodo Bechol amim nifleotav ki gadol Adonai umehulal meod norahu al kol Elohim ay ki kol Elohei ha'amim elilim va'adonai shamayim asa Od v'hadar lefanav oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho avul Adonai mishpechot amim avul Adonai kavod v'oz avul Adonai kevod shemo seu mincha Uva'u lachatzrotav ayay ishtachavu ladonai behadrat kodesh chilu mipanav kol haaretz imru vagoyim Adonai malach Afti kontevel baltimot yadin amim b'mei sharim yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz Yiramayam umlo yalo sadai v'chol asher bo ayayayaz yiranenu kolat seyar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz Yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim be'emunato lai 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 lai. On page 17 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom, or 15 and 16 in Lev Shalem. Adonai malach tagel haaretz yismechu im abimanan bavel svivav eshev hanatei Amin kvodo yevoshu kol avnei fesel hametalim beli Adonai yedavram yedavram Vanalei tavach Oh, have Adonai sin ura shomer nafshot chasidav miad reshaim yatzileim or zaru alat tzadik ulishrei lev simcha simchu tzadikim b'Adonai v'hodu lezecher kodsho mizmor shiru ladonai Shir Chadash ki niflaot asa Hoshia lo yamino Uzero Kodsho Hodia Adonai Yeshuato Le'enei Hagoyim Gilat Tzidkato Zachar Chasto Ve'emunato Leveit Yisrael Ra'u Cholav Se'aretz Et Yeshuat Eloheinu Ariu Ladonai Kol Haaretz Pitzchu Veranenu Vezameru Zamru Ladonai Bechinor Vekol Zimra Bechatzotzrot Vekol Shofar Hariu Lifnei HaMelech Adonai Yiram Hayam Lo Tevel v'yoshvei ba Narotim chauchaf Yachad harim yeranenu Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz Yishpot tevel betzedek Ve'amim be'meisharim Lai 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 La 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 Adonai Malach Yigazu Amim Yoshev Kruvim Tanud Aretz and Ametzion Gadol V'Rakolim Yodu Shimcha Gadol V'Nara Kadosh Moshe V'Aaron Chonav L'Shmo Korei Shemot El Nosei Hayita Bahem V'Nokeim Al Alilotam Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lehar Kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lehar Kodsho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishachavu Lahar Kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishachavu Lahar Kodsho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. On to page 20 in Sim Shalom or 21 in Lev Shalem, we rise. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'os, Havul Adonai kavod shemo, Hishtachavul Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim, Adonai al Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vayeshaber Adonai Et Arzei Halvanon, Vayarkidem Kemo Egel Levanon Vesirion, Kemo ven re'emim, Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel ayalot, Vayechasof ye'arot uvehechalo, Kulo omer kavod, Kulo omer kavod, Adonai lamabul yashav, Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May be seated. We continue with Lecha Dodi, pages 23 to 25 in Lev Shalem, 21 and 22 in Sim Shalom. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem ultiferet ve'litila lecha dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor Habiracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila lecha dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitocha hafecha rav lach shevet b'yei mekabacha v'hu yachamo Alaychem la lecha dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela hitna ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifartecha mi al yad ben Ishai beit halach mikarva el nafshi ge'ala lecha dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri kiva orech kumi uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela Lo tevoshi velo tikal mi mati shtochachi umatehemi bach yechesu aniyei ami venivneta ir altila lecha dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela ve'ayulim shisa shosayich v'racha kukol Mevalayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lecha dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela yaminu smol tifrotzi v'et Adonai ta'aritzi al yadish ben partzi v'nismecha Venagila lecha dodi likra kala penei Shabbat nekabela lo v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'v'tzola tochemunei am segula bo'ichala lecha dodi likra kala Penei Shabbat nekabela. May be seated. We continue in Sim Shalom, page 23, and Lev Shalem, 27 and 28. Mizmor shir leyom Shabbat tov lahoda l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha baleilot alei asor v'alei navel Alei higayon bechinor mizmor shir leyom Shabbat tov lahodot l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ki smachtan Adonai before lecha nosedecha name Od yenuvum beseva deshenim verananim yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri Velo avlatabo Adonai malach yulavesh lavesh Adonai os ilazavteko devatimo. Mikolot my nabi mativi mishpira yamavi b'maram Adonai. Eidotecha ne'emnu me'od leveitcha navakodesh Adonai le'orech yamin lai 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 la 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 la. Mourners and those observing Yartzeit rise for Kaddish, found on page 24 in Sim Shalom or 30 in Lev Shalem. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yalmad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachona v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agalav izman karidim ru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam me'ol maya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'imroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We continue in the back of our Sidurim with our study of Pirkei Avot. And we're on page 247 in Lev Shalem or 267 in Sim Shalom, chapter 3, number 20. So the second one down on 247 and the third one down on 267 in Sim Shalom. We continue with statements of Rabbi Akiva. So he had a general statement the last time we studied 2 weeks ago about free will. And this is a more pointed statement in which he's using a metaphor of a shopkeeper to understand how life works. Hu haya omer, he used to say, so this is Rabbi Akiva, Hakol natun be'eravon. Everything is a loan against a pledge. So in other words, we promise to give something back when we have a loan, when we take a loan. Right? So that's the kind of, like, in other words, I'll give you my watch if you loan me $200. Okay, so that the watch is the eravon, is the pledge, while you use the $200. And if you don't pay back the $200, then the person you borrowed from gets to keep your watch. Okay, so everything is given on loan with a pledge. Umitsuda prusa al kol hachayim, a net is spread over all the living. So it's as if we're living in this bubble where we're about to be, the net is about to come down like a fish in water. You know, picture these fishermen in along rivers in Africa or Asia that throw a net over the river, huge round net, and they pull it in, and the fish are grabbed in that way. So that's kind of the picture here, that the world, humanity is like living under that net, not knowing when the fisherman is going to draw that net in. Okay? Hachanut petucha, the shop is open. Vehachenvani makif, the shopkeeper extends credit. Vehapinkas patuach, the ledger is open. Vehayad kotevet, the hand records. V'chol harotze lilvot yavo velilveh, whoever would borrow may do so. V'hagabaim machzirim tadir b'chol yom, the collectors make their rounds daily. V'nifra'in min ha'adam, they exact payment from everyone. Mida'ato v'shalom mida'ato, whether or not they have consent or they know about it. V'yesh lahem al masha yismochu, they have a reliable record. V'hadin din amet, the verdict is a just one. V'hakol metukan l'seudah, and everything is ready for the final accounting, except that seudah is a feast, and everything is ready for the feast. I think the feast that awaits us in the world to come. So life is like everything is given on credit, and you don't know when credit is going to come due or how it's going to come due. So, and the God is the shopkeeper keeping track, or the tax collector or the loan collector keeping a careful record. And we might have lost count or lost track of the record, but God is keeping track. And that's why things happen to us. We might not have an explanation, but according to Rabbi Akiva, this is the explanation of why things happen the way they do. We get credit for good things, we get things taken away for bad things we do. All is recorded, and the deen is deen emet. The verdict is a just one. So we don't have the right to complain if we think the bad things that are happening to us are too bad. So it's a pretty strict, harsh view of the world, but this is how Rabbi Akiva explains it.
It kind of looks like the mafia, the collectors make their runs daily.
Right. But at least it's, well, the mafia could claim that they're keeping track, but their credit with the mafia is pretty harsh. Credit with God is not so harsh. The only problem is that lots of things happen in life that we can't keep track of. God, we have to trust that God is keeping track correctly, and that whatever is happening in our lives, good and bad, we deserve it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you say Gabai?
Yeah, that's what the word comes from. It comes from
so
here.
It says collectors, but the Gabai is the person who.
Yeah, that's the Gabai today in synagogue is the person who stands next to the Torah to make sure that the Torah reader is doing things accurately or calling people up to the Torah. But the Gabai in a rabbinic society was someone who was this worked for either the soup kitchen or the communal fund, being authorized on behalf of the community to disperse charity. That was the original form of the Gabai.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other thoughts or questions about this? Okay, so we go back in the Siddur to the Kaddish de Rabbanan, the special Kaddish for mourners and those observing yahrzeit. Page 38 in the Lev Shalem, or page 27 in the Sim Shalom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agalav izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ol ne'ol maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran ve'alma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon v'al kol Tamidehon v'al kol man doskin b'oraita divyatra hadein v'divachol atar v'atar Yehei lahon ulachon shlomo rabbah China v'chista v'rachamim v'chayin harichin u'mezona revicha u'forkana min kadam avuhon v'ishmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya v'chayim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav u'brachamav yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We all rise for Baruch Hu on the next page, 28 in Sim Shalom, 39 in Lev Shalem. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMavorach. Baruch Adonai HaMavorach Leolam Va'ed. May be seated. Baruch et Adonai Elohim HaCholam. Sheber v'rom aviva. Rainbow Ma'avir yom mevi laila mavdil ben yom vein laila Adonai tzavot shemo el chai v'kayam tamidim loch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai hamari v'aravim ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha havta Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu v'kumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, Le'olam va'ed, ki heim chayenu v'yorech yameinu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, V'avatcha al tasir imenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shema V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol ma'odecha, V'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha V'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chetaftam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha v'hayam shmot tishmot sotay Hashem v'chimotzav hayom v'atrov v'chol yishamu lachem v'yitev lachem something very low. I'll come figure out what to see. Adonai Yelorechem Emet V'Emunah Kol Zod V'Kayam Aleinu K'Elam Eloheinu L'Zot Tov. Tagadot Amifek Mitzvah. Say the voice of the Tov and the Ferret of the Umalchuto beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe uMiriam bnei Yisrael achanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osefele Malchutcha ra'u vanecha Bokeh yam lifnei Moshe Zeli anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed V'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Gal Yisrael. Page 33 in Sim Shalom, 45 in Lev Shalem. I asked Audrey to read for us the English translation of Hashkivenu. Go ahead, Audrey.
Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Thanks, Audrey. Shmor tzeiteinu v'oeinu l'chaim l'shalom me'ata b'yad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha baruch ata Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu v'yakol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We rise. Next page. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashvi shabbat vayinafash yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba b'yom divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon Uvachayei dechol beit Yisrael Bagala Uvizman Kariv Imeru Amen Yeheshmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Elo Me'omayayid Yitbarach V'ishtabach V'yipar V'yitramam V'yidnaseh V'yidhadar V'yitale V'yitalal Shmei Dekudesha B'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiram b'alma v'imeru. Amen. We read the Amida 35 to 38 in Sim Shalom, 47 to 52 in Lev Shalem. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue on page 47 in Sim Shalom or 53 in Lev Shalem. Vayechulu Hashemayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am vayechal Elohim b'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa vayishpot b'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vaykadesh oto kivo shavan mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Konei Shamayim V'Aretz Magen Avod B'Dvaro Mechaye Meitim B'Mamaro Ha'el HaKadosh Ein Kamo Hameniach Le'amo B'Yom Shabbat Kodsho Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Lefanav Navod B'Yirav V'Fachad Benodeh Lishmo B'Chol Yom Tamid Me'on habrachot El haodaot Adon hashalom Mekadesh hashabat Mevarech Shavi Umeniach b'Kedusha Le'amedu Shnei Oneg Zecher L'Maaseh Bereshit Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Retzei b'Mnuchatenu Kadshenu b'Mitzvotecha V'Tein Chelkenu b'Toratecha Sabenu mituvecha V'Samchenu b'Shuatecha V'Taher libenu l'Avdecha be'emet V'Hanchileinu Adonai Eloheinu b'Avav Ratzon Shabbat Kodshecha V'Yanuchu v'Yisrael Mekadeshei Shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Yikadav Yikadash Shemei Rabbah V'Alma Divrach Yerutei V'Yamlich Machutei V'Chayachonu V'Yamechonu V'Chay L'chol Beit Yisrael V'Agalav Yizman Kariv V'Yimaru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Lo Me'olmaya Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitbar V'Yitumah V'Yitnaseh V'Yithadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shmei D'Kudusha B'Richu Leila mikol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata damiran bi'alma v'imeru. Amen. Tikabel tzolchan v'han v'cho Yisrael kadam avon divishmai v'imeru. Amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemai v'chaim aleinu al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav v'yaseh shalom. Aleinu al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. I asked Dennis to lead us in Kiddush, page 49 in Sim Shalom, 55 in Lev Shalem. Go ahead, Dennis.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam borei puri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher krisha v'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shavak kasho v'yahava uvrason minchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikroe kodesh zecher lesiyat Mitzrayim ki banu v'charta v'yatanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabak shecha v'yava uvratzon in the Katan. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Hashama.
Amen. Yasher Koach, Dennis. Thanks for leading us in Kiddush. We continue with Aleinu, 51 in Sim Shalom, 56 in Lev Shalem. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol late gedula leotzer breshit shelo asana kegoyei aratzot velo samanu kemishbachot adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim v'mishtachavim u'modim Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shunu Teshmar Savavetz and Shavro Alkein Gavel Chanel Eloheinu Ki hamalchut shelcha hi ol me'atim lach bechavod Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai Le'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yiyeh Adonai echad U'shemo U'shemo echad. Mourners Kaddish, Yid Kadal, Vid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma Divrach, Hirutei V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayachon V'yom Echon, V'chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, V'agalav Izman Karivim, Ru Amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Me'ol Maya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach, V'yitpar, V'yitromam, V'yitnasei, V'yithadar, V'yitalev, V'yitalal, Shemei D'Kudesha, Brichu, La'ela Minko, Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Damiran B'yolma, V'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu, V'yal Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav, V'yaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'yal Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Couple of announcements. Thanks to Audrey and Dennis for participating in the service this evening. Tomorrow morning, we're in person, Zoom, or live stream for Shabbat services at 9:30. And tomorrow evening, Shabbos is over close to 6:15. So evening service and Havdalah will be at 6:15. Sunday will be morning minyan as usual, Talmud class and prayer book Hebrew classes will happen as well. And Sunday afternoon, Susan Rubenstein will be leading the women's Rosh Chodesh group. So she's been on hiatus, but glad that she's back. And I'm sure all the women are looking forward to being with Susan Sunday afternoon at 4:00. Next Saturday night is the annual comedy night, and it's not too late to sign up. A variety of levels to sign up with a number of goodies depending on the level on which you sign up for the comedy night. So that's Saturday night, a week from tomorrow night for comedy night. So keep that in mind as well. And we conclude the service with Yigdal 53 and Sim Shalom, or 62 in Lev Shalem. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimsa v'yenei tel metziuto echad v'yen yachid keyichudo nelam v'gam ein sof le'achduto en lo demut haguf v'yeino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon lechol davar asher nivra Rishon v'yen reshit l'reshito hino adon olam v'chol notzar yoreg gedulato u'malchuto shefa nevuato netano elan shesegulato v'tifarto lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od naviu ma'abit et emunato Torah menatan le'amoel al yanevio neman beito lo yachalifael velo yamir dato le'olamim lazulato Sofev yodea setarenu mabil esof davar bekadmato gomeli ish chesed kemifalo Noten l'rasha ra kirishato Yishlach l'ketz yamin meshichenu Lifto mechake ketz yeshuato Meitim yechayel berov chasto Baruch adei ad shem tehilato Meitim yechayel berov chasto Baruch adei ad shem tehilato. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's good to
Shabbat
see everyone.
shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom.
shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Stay
Shabbat
warm,
shalom.
stay safe, stay healthy.
You too, Rabbi.
Service tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, 6:15.
6:15. Okay, I'm going to North Carolina. It's a long walk, but I'll see if I can. All right.
Okay.